Okay, everyone. This is Will Pullman. I'm going to be showing you how to yo-yo, mostly because I've shown you a lot of card tricks, and I will still show you card tricks. I just won't show them as often because, when I first started out a few days ago, I started with a lot of card tricks, but now they'll come less often. But I'll announce when they're coming in a yo-yo video or whatever. I'll have tons of different kinds of tutorials, like how to unicycle, how to pick locks, how to fun pranks to do, all that stuff. So, let's get started. If you don't know how to yo-yo good, like if you don't know how to get a sleeper, then I'm going to show you how to do that. So, what you need is, I got a box down here, let me just go in there. Okay. Yes. What you are going to need is a string, which is on my other yo-yo, and a responsive yo-yo, because this is one that's introducing yo-yoing. Eventually I'll use unresponsive, so don't watch this if you already really know how to yo-yo kinda good. So, what you're going to do is, if your string's on your unresponsive yo-yo, which I don't think you'd be watching this if you had one, but I'm making this. So, yeah, so you take your string. First of all, let's show how to put a string on. The string is wrapped in a coil, like this. It wraps itself up. And what you do is, if your yo-yo unscrews, like something like this, then that's great. But if it's like a Duncan, what you need to do is you need to take the coil and uncoil it, like this size, and put it around the yo-yo like this. If not, you just have to, when it's coiled up, it just has to be uncoiled like this much, and you put it on the ball bearing or axle or whatever you have. But I recommend doing this way because, sometimes when you unscrew it, if you're somewhere specific, like outdoors, then you can lose your ball bearing if it falls out. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take the string, you're going to uncoil it, and you're going to put it on the yo-yo. Okay, and in this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to, first of all, throw a yo-yo, and second of all, do a trick that is called pop the clutch. Some people call it over the shoulder, whichever you want to call it. So, I take this, and I don't know if you don't know this, but I'm trying to help those people in this episode. Sometimes you'll get loops that are like really small like this, and you can't put your finger through. Sometimes you'll get one that are really big, like this big. But what you need to do is to adjust it to your finger. You take the loop, open it up, can't really see, and then you basically fold it in half over the string. I guess you could watch a different video on how to do this. But then you can make it really big, like this, or really small. So what you do is you make it big, put it on your finger, put it on your middle finger, like right in the middle of those two joints, and tighten it. But not too tight to just circulate your finger. So, the way you yo-yo. You take the yo-yo in your hand like this. I know some people do this, and it is not a good way to yo-yo. So, yeah. Because as you see, I had to try like 10 times to get it up. And that's because it doesn't get enough speed. So, you basically don't curl your wrist. Curl it like this much. And do like you're flexing your muscle, but then go back back to touch your shoulder. And see if, like, I don't know, like your muscle reaches here. Whatever. But go back to touch your shoulder. And then you bring your elbow up, bring it down, and throw it. And it will sleep. I'll show you that right here. Sorry, I'm used to unresponsive yo-yos. So you'll sleep like that. If you have a beginner yo-yo, like a Duncan, it takes some practice to get it to sleep. So I recommend getting, like, something at least with, like, not just a regular axle. Like, get something, even if it's like a wooden ball bearing. That's what I call it. I don't know. Some people say wooden axle, but I thought an axle was just like a screw that goes through. But yeah. So a Duncan would normally just go and come right back up. So if you have one of those, sucks to be you, try to get it to sleep. So what you're going to do is practice that, try to get the sleeper to get it up to you. Don't let it sleep too long or it will stop. You just pop your wrist up. Don't go, woo! Don't do that. Just go, pop your wrist, and when the string loses slack. Another way to get it up, some people do something called the spaghetti. They suck up the spaghetti, then they go, and when it falls, it will do that. But you need kind of like a really responsive yo-yo, like a Duncan. But mine is not like that. Mine is just a regular responsive yo-yo. So, and not criticizing Duncan in any way, because I'm talking about like Duncan ones that you get at like Walgreens or Walmart or something like that. There are Duncan yo-yos that are really good. A lot of my professional yo-yos are Duncans. So, the way you do this trick, you throw it to the ground, and you go over your shoulder like this. Okay, so we'll start with a dead yo-yo. The dead yo-yo is like where it's not spinning. Just practice it. So when it's on the ground, you turn your wrists like this, turn it all the way, and go over your shoulder so that the yo-yo's hanging behind it and the string's in front. I don't even know if you can see this in the lighting. But yeah, so once it's over there, as it would be spinning, but you just grab the string with this wrist with your throw hand, and you just pop it up and it'd fly over your shoulder. So I'll show you while it's spinning. I just wanted to show you while it wasn't spinning to explain it step by step without it stopping. So, you throw it down, go around, pop it. Sometimes it doesn't work, and that is fine because you need to get practice. I normally don't do this because I don't have responsive yo-yos. This is just a trick I learned a while ago, and I used to be really good at it. But, yeah. So, you get a really good throw, okay? Go over and pop it. See, and then it would come back around, and it just got really tight right here because this is very bad quality yo-yo. But I just needed something responsive for a demonstration that I had like 5 years ago. Okay. So you've seen how to do that. That was kind of like an introduction, but, you know, it's stupid. You know, if you watch this, you're either a beginner or a retard. So, yeah, see you next time.